Hey, how y'all doing today? Please excuse the rattle that I got. I'm sitting here getting loaded while making this video. My truck's running. Got a little bit of a vibration to it. So please excuse any background noise. But what I wanted to tell y'all and give y'all is an update. I've been here for a month at Oakley Trucking. I'm pulling in dump. So far, everything has been excellent. I'm getting good loads. My pay has been going up every week. It'll be a little bit lower this week just because I was in the shop for a day getting my air conditioner fixed. My AC compressor went out, so that cost me a load. And I'm fixing to go home in the middle of the week because I am making a move from Texas to Tennessee, and I will be off for 5 days. The way the pay is done, you are paid all miles empty and loaded. The pay is a little different depending on which division you're in. Oakley Trucking has 3 divisions. There is the hopper, there is the end dump, and there is the pneumatic. The hopper and the pneumatic both get $1.71 per empty mile. The hoppers get $1.96 per loaded mile. The end dumps get $2.16 per loaded mile. The pneumatics, they get paid a little bit more. They are paid $1.78 an empty mile and $2.28 per loaded mile. The thing about the end dump, or the pneumatics, is you are required to be out 2 weeks at a time and able to go to Canada. Plus, you spend $10,000 putting that big old compressor on the back of your truck to blow them out. Yes, I did have to buy me a wet kit for my truck. It was $3,900 through Oakley. They install it while you are in orientation. They put on your lettering, put on your wet kit, get everything going. They do an inspection on it, make sure everything's good and legal. The type of loads I've been pulling is, like right now I'm loading fertilizer. I've been doing fertilizer for the last few days to various places. Fixing to head to Kansas right now. After that, I'm going to get a load of Zorbit. That's basically ground up zinc styled scrap metal, and it'll go back down to Texas, and then I'll be heading to the house after that. He's looking to see if he can get me a load that can wait to get unloaded till next week. If not, I'll probably just deadhead and get my truck parked till I get moved and fly back home. I do a lot of mill scale, which is the remnants is left over after they melt the metal down and form it into whatever they're going to do with it. They make pipe, they make bars, I-beams. The mill scale, it's just the stuff that's in the bottom and it gets beat off, the metal and stuff. So we haul it to concrete plants mostly. They mix it into the concrete. I've done some gypsum, taking that to concrete plants. It's just a wide variety of stuff. I know some guys that they've backed up to a dock and had pallets of stuff loaded into their trailer. It's whatever they can find us that's close enough, or that we have customers that need things hauled. Some say it's forced dispatch. It's not. You can turn a load down. You don't have to go to where they're wanting you to go. But just know, they're trying to plan days ahead of time. So if you turn down the load, it may be a day or two before they can find another load to get you scheduled on. My dispatcher, he usually has me planned a couple, 2 or 3 days ahead. It's like, over this weekend, I did 2 loads of fertilizer, then had me sitting here to load this one this morning. When I talked to him, he's like, okay, whenever we get you unloaded, you're gonna go load that Zorbit and take to Corsicana. I'm trying to find you something else right now to get you going to the house. He had me something that was potentially going to be there, but it unloaded on Monday. I won't be flying back into Amarillo until Tuesday afternoon, so if it can wait to unload till Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning, then he'll have me load going to the house, and it'll just sit there till I get flown back in to go unload it. Whenever I met up with him, I told him, hey, I don't want to go to the 5 boroughs up around New York City. I don't want to go to Canada. I don't have a passport anyways. I don't want to go to California. He asked me once about potentially going to California. I said I would do it if you need me to. And then he turned around, he found me a different load, so I didn't have to go. A lot of people say, well, they run them like company trucks. Well, they do. I mean, it's your truck, but you have the right to refuse the load or to go to places. But you have to understand, they're running a business. They're trying to make you the most money that they can, and they have to do what's best for Bruce Oakley Incorporated. And sometimes things will change. Things always change. That's the one thing you can guarantee, is things will always change. They may have you set up on a load and they pull you off of it for something different. Who knows the reason? They might have a truck that's closer. They might have a truck that's there and the guy needs to go home, and that's taking him towards his house. But in any industry, that's kind of the way it is. I mean, I watch guys on YouTube all the time. These owner-operators have their own authority. They're still working for somebody. You're always going to be working for somebody. You're working for a dispatcher. You're working for a broker. You're working for a certain warehouse you may have a contract with. And yeah, you may have more room to say, okay, well, I'll go here. But bottom line is, you're always going to be working for somebody. You have to answer to somebody. The thing I like about here is I don't have to sit there and look at load boards. Try to find my own load. Decide where I'm going next. I have somebody that does that for me. Could I make more money? Possibly. But right now as it is, if I have to deadhead from one place to another, I get paid for it. It doesn't matter how far I deadhead. If I was running under my own authority and running brokers, well, I may have to deadhead 200 miles to pick up that next load. That's just money out of your pocket. You're not getting paid for that. I mean, yeah, you can tack it on to whatever you're charging that broker for the loaded miles, but that's whether or not they want to pay that or not. Like I said, the money here has been good. It's gone up every week. My first paycheck, it was real small, but I only had 2 loads on there over the weekend from coming out of orientation. They didn't pull anything off of it other than my fuel. So the next check, they started coming out with the, I have my insurance through them, my base plates, all that good stuff, Qualcomm fees, Transflow, different fees that, you have to pay to use them. And that started coming out the next week. That's not a whole lot. It's like $300-400 per paycheck. And like my wet kit, we have a $5,000 escrow account that we have to build up here. It's $175 a week till it gets built up to that. And that just covers, you know, if you mess up the trailer, something that's your fault. If you contaminate a load, because a lot of this stuff that we haul, especially the roofing granules, if you don't have a clean trailer, you have something that gets in there and messes up their run of roofing, that contaminates the whole bin. Somebody has to pay for it. It's not right for Bruce Oakley Incorporated to have to pay for it if it was your mistake that you didn't get. It covers whether, you know, if you contaminate a load, you know, like roofing granules, you have product still left in your trailer and you go load roofing granules, well, it contaminates their bin. They have to, you know, drain the whole bin and replace all that. Well, it's not right for Bruce Oakley Incorporated to have to pay for that, since it was your fault that, you know, you didn't go and get your trailer washed out and cleaned out properly. But this video's ran, you know, a little over 10 minutes. I didn't plan on it being quite that long. As you can tell, my scenery right here has changed. Had to pull up a little bit, finish getting loaded out here. That way I can head to Kansas. But if y'all have any questions, comments, you know, ask them down below in the comment section. And if you have more questions about Bruce Oakley, email me and I will get you my number, and I'll even send you my paycheck stub so you can see the kind of money I'm making. But y'all have a wonderful day.